In travel news for February 24th, 2022, we talk COVID policy changes for Iceland, the European Union, and Jamaica. But before we get into all that, I'm Brandon with the Adept Traveler, and this is Today in Travel. Iceland is the latest country to drop COVID preventative measures. Up until today, travelers to Iceland needed to provide proof of full vaccination, which is considered having a final shot of the vaccine or booster within the previous 9 months, and they needed to provide a negative COVID test. Travelers that had contracted COVID previously could provide proof of recovery in place of vaccination status. Well, starting tomorrow, Iceland will eliminate all COVID entry requirements, and they mean all of them. Starting Friday, February 24th, both vaccinated and unvaccinated travelers will be allowed to enter the country without providing any COVID paperwork or negative tests. The country is also eliminating all limits on social gatherings put in place during the pandemic and is eliminating the mandatory quarantine for those testing positive. And it's not just Iceland. Recently, the European Union recommended that member states lift the temporary restrictions on non-essential travel for travelers that are fully vaccinated or have recovered from COVID within the last 6 months. Any traveler that doesn't have a EU digital COVID-19 certificate or equivalent digital certificate will still need to have a negative COVID test taken within 72 hours of their departure. We will continue to share updates on COVID entry restrictions for the various member states over the coming weeks. And finally, Jamaica is eliminating the travel authorization and travel-related quarantine requirement for travelers wanting to visit the Caribbean country. Travelers will still be required to provide a negative COVID PCR test taken within 72 hours of boarding the final leg of their flight. Children under the age of 12 are exempt from the testing requirement. Jamaica was one of the first countries to reopen for tourism during the pandemic. They reopened in June of 2020. If you have any questions about what we covered today or any travel questions at all, please ask in the comments or visit our website to get in touch with us. Today in Travel is brought to you by The Adept Traveler, a travel agency that specializes in accessible travel. Our goal is to help all travelers, from the novice to the expert, from the able-bodied to the disabled, to travel well. If you'd like to stay updated on travel news, tips, tricks, and other insights which will help you to travel like an adept traveler, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, follow us on your social platform of choice. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and occasionally TikTok. And of course, you can always visit our website at adept.travel. Until next time, travel well, my friends.